Welcome back to another episode of Bitfinex Talks. I'm your host, Ricardo Martinez. Today, my guest is Delia Garcete Dionic. She is the CEO of Penguin Academy. Delia, how are you today? Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, Ricardo, so much for having me. We are very excited of Penguin to be part of the podcast. We are good here in Paraguay. We are based in Paraguay. It's a rainy day, but moods are good.
Delia, for those who don't know and aren't familiar with the project, how would you describe Penguin Academy?
Wow, Penguin Academy. We are a startup. We teach programming. We teach the language Python. So one of our main goals is to build tech talent and to get better job opportunities in programming worldwide. That's something that we do every month here with something that we call bootcamps. So bootcamps is a very short program of 2 weeks where we teach the people the basis of programming and also design thinking, robotics. And we have one special program run in another part of the country. We are based in the capital. That is 3 weeks. And we also teaching about blockchain and microelectronics.
How did Penguin Academy get started? Like, what's the story there?
Well, it started in 2010 with, we are originally a software company. And in that moment, I was not part of the company yet. It's when it started. And they had a very basic way of teaching how to of doing software. So at the beginning, they started teaching how they build software, and it turned out to be quite awesome. So that's how the bootcamp started, based on software, software lab. So they start teaching the ways they do software in Hong Kong. They started to teach it in Switzerland, where actually Penguin is originally from. And that's how the bootcamp started. How does the bootcamp start doing it? And somehow around 2017, the original founder, Bjorn Schmidt, came out with a person from Paraguay that told him about the country and what about coming here to Paraguay and teach people how to program. And at that moment, the original founder was not able to come, but he managed to come in 2018, and he really saw a lot of potential in the bootcamps here in Paraguay, and that's how in 2019 we were officially established here in Paraguay. And that's how all the bootcamp and all our programs here started in Paraguay. We stopped focusing in other parts of the world. We closed our offices in Switzerland and in Bulgaria, and we were also in Bulgaria, something I forgot to mention. So we focused directly in Paraguay and to create changes and to bring all the mindset of the 20th century, that part here to Paraguay to teach how to program.
Why Paraguay? Is there a huge tech scene in Paraguay? Why did they find it such a good fit?
In that moment, the person who came to the original founder told he was part of a school, a sustainable school where they grow tomatoes, and they sustain the whole environment of the school with that. So the person told Bjorn, why don't you come and teach them, instead of not only growing tomato, they also learn how to program, so they can also finance the school with that. So it was a great idea. So he came here and he taught some girl. There is a school in the forest. Bjorn told them how to program, and he always said that they were the smartest students he ever came across, because they didn't have any of these conceptions that technology is difficult, of programming is difficult. They just learn. And he saw that here it will create a very big impact. If you teach them the skills, if you teach them how to be independent, how to be self-taught, how to be how to learn by themselves, use Google, you can see that you will really create an impact here in Paraguay. So that's the reason why Paraguay, because here the impact of the bootcamp is big. It's big.
What kind of students attend Penguin Academy? I know the bootcamp that Bitfinex is participating in is all women students. Is that true for Penguin Academy in general?
Yes, we have from a diverse backgrounds. We are professional. We have teachers, we have doctors, we have lawyers, we have also teenagers who haven't finished school. So we also have people from tech industry, actually programming, that they know they want to learn a new language. So they come from every possible background. The one that always stay here in my mind is that we have a lyric singer, someone that was like singing, like, I think, opera lyric, that's the person. We have tattoo artists, we have hairdresser, we have barbers. Name a profession, like it was in our bootcamp. So it's very awesome. And yes, this one is just for women, um, because we also want to create an environment that is focused on women. But there's like mainly, like, we have 2 women bootcamp per year, so the rest is also for male, female, girls and boys.
I also wanted to ask you what kind of skills the students are learning in these boot camps. I know you mentioned the programming language Python, but is there other languages that they can learn? Like what you mentioned, micro technology and blockchain. Like what kind of things are they learning in these boot camps?
Well, the main one that they learn is like problem solving, right? So that's something that we do it in the bootcamp. Something that basically I think is the main goal of it. But of course, they are also the bootcamp is divided like this. So it's 7 days of basics. In those 7 days of like basic, they learn the base of programming. They also have design. They also have IoT. They have web development, and they have robotics. Then it goes to the most awesome part of the bootcamp, which is the hackathon. Where they go across. It opens with a problem that they need to solve, and it lasts 5 days. The hackathon, they can learn any other language that they want. They usually learn. They learn everything. I know people that were learning C++, that they were learning JavaScript, Java, anything that you need to create something, they learn in those 5 days. It's crazy because you think, oh my God, it will take you a long time to learn all those languages. No, I mean, we know already for a fact that it's actually, if you need and you need to do it, you will learn it very fast. It's still, of course, the base of it, but it is in a level when you can actually build something. And then it comes the demo day where they need to present, what they created, and they also learn how to pitch, which is awesome. So there's also a pitch workshop with someone from the community here in Paraguay, we had been like pitch a lot already for his startup. He comes here and he teach the kids and the people how to pitch, what is that they need to communicate, what they need to tell the investors, because when they go to the demo day, they present their project in front of a jury, and sometimes maybe you never know, maybe there's an investor there, but you always need to be prepared on how to sell your project, of course. And basically, of course, how to work in teams, that's something that they learn, and they learn there, like since the beginning. Everything that is surrounded about the bootcamp is about learning in teams and how to like rely on the person next to you. So if you don't know the answer, there's always someone there that will help you get to the answer. They will not give you the answer, that's for sure, but they will help you get there. And of something that is called learning by doing, so you learn by doing it. So that's something very important that they also will learn in the bootcamps.
What kind of projects are the students working on in these hackathons, and then also just generally in the boot camp?
Yeah, they usually anything, like usually there is, like I told, there is the problem, and they can do mobile apps, they can do web apps, they can anything that is like that they will help them resolve the problem, they will work on. They will developing data-driven solutions, anything. I've seen a lot of apps, mobile apps, and a lot of web applications. That's what I always see it. And we have one in Ciudad del Este last year where they even use AI to create a solution for the problem, which was quite great, to be honest. They were managed to do it in such a short amount of time.
As far as Penguin Academy goes, is it only boot camp like style classes, or do you have like regular like classes throughout the week?
We right now, it's only boot camps every month, but we are working on a longer curriculum that it would take maybe 2 years. It will be a 2 years curriculum. So that's something that we are developing right now, because we want to do something that is more deep, more in depth about like the technology, exactly what the people want to do. So they go through it like a 2-year program, basically, where they learn more about robotics, more about Internet of Things, more about AI. We are very like, we something that we would like to focus on a lot is AI, because it's glowing right now. It's like, we're saying like the business of the moment. So it's something that we would like to focus more on. So we are developing that curriculum right now. Hopefully we'll be ready maybe next year, so we can start already with the program. But it's something that it is some very in a very top of our list right now.
As far as a boot camp goes, like how many students typically attend one of the boot camps?
Around 35 per bootcamp. The one in Asunción, which is the two-week program, is only about programming. That is very popular because it's only 2 weeks, and people, it's easy for them to get 2 weeks. So we have, every time we open a sign up for the application for the bootcamp, is around 300 people that they want to apply for the bootcamp. In Ciudad del Este is 3 weeks, so we have around 20 to 25 people per bootcamp. So it is a medium between the two of them.
Okay. And for those who aren't familiar with Paraguay, Asunción is the capital and Ciudad de Este is a different city located somewhere else in the country? Okay.
Yes. So Asunción is the capital. Ciudad del Este is a city that is in the border with Brazil. So it is, as you say, Ciudad del Este is at the east of the country, and it's like, you would say it's the biggest city beside Asunción. It's the second biggest city beside Asunción. So it's
okay. And are they far away from each other?
They are 5 hours by car. Sometimes if you drive really fast, maybe 4. But it is here, 5 hours is already far away. It's far away. Let's say it's far away.
Okay. So we here at Bitfinex are a cryptocurrency exchange, and we're very interested in crypto and Bitcoin and blockchain kind of projects. Do you guys cover any of that kind of material in the boot camps?
Yes, the one in Ciudad del Este, the 3 ones, they have 2 weeks of basic programming, and then you have 1 week that is focused on blockchain and microelectronics. So it is awesome. They have a wonderful curriculum there. They learn the basics of finance. They learn crypto. They learn all the I think they learn how to build their own blockchain, which is awesome. So that, honestly, that for me, that it's awesome, that program, because people, you can see them, because at some point they are able to get into like a lab. They go under the microscope, and they are able to, usually is microelectronics from the miners that they repair. So they go under the microscope, and they start they can tell you exactly where the problem is of that computer, and it's fascinating about it. And they understand what blockchain is, and they understand how can build one, and they understand, it's great. I can tell that the program is quite good.
Argentina and Brazil are both very, very big crypto markets in South America, like 2 of the largest, if I'm not mistaken. How is like the state of crypto adoption, or people being familiar with crypto? Like, what level is Paraguay at? You also have like a big crypto scene in comparison?
I think we are quite small still, comparison with Brazil and Argentina. It's still something here in Paraguay that is hard to talk about. I think it's like, if we would really like to be able to teach more about crypto in Penguin, but right now it's still somehow a dark subject to talk about, but
Okay.
we are, I think it's, we would like to break that. We would like to break that through, but we still have a lot of work to do about that.
Okay. I remember like a year or 2 ago, there was talk that Paraguay was going to pass like some sort of regulation regarding cryptocurrency. Do you know what happened with that? Did they end up passing the law?
I think they did. They passed the law, but I don't know, to be completely honest, I don't know the details about it. I don't know about that. But I think they passed the law. I think so. I don't want to
Okay.
give you the wrong information, to be completely honest.
Yeah, no, I was just curious. As far as Paraguay goes, is there a lot of demand for for tech jobs and programmers and developers and people that work on apps and code?
There is a growing demand, to be honest. There's a growth. They used to like be very little one, but now it's getting bigger, which is quite crazy because we have a company requested us for 40 developers, as a start. They want to hire at least 100 to 120. So it's getting somewhere. Like there is a demand of better developers. That's something that it got really really good because they are starting to understand the difference of developers. So they are asking for more qualified developers, that they know about the latest technology, that they know how to not only do code but also know how to build a product, which is very different from writing code. I got familiar about it very very not long ago, that writing code is one thing, of course, but building a product is another thing. So there are more demand about that kind of developers, that they can also know how to build a product.
If any of our listeners want to enroll in Penguin Academy, how would they do so?
So if first of all, we always open applications through our Instagram account, which is Penguin Stripe. And we have one in June, second week of June, and the next one, if there's like another, we are going to have another women's bootcamp that are going to be in August. So we can already, we will go for, probably we're going to open a waiting list for that soon. But in case anyone wants to sign up about it, go to our Instagram account. There's always there a link, or you can ask anything there. People will tell you when application opens. The one from May, it's started today. The Women Bootcamp actually started today. The one the Bitfinex is sponsoring us with. And the next one will open, the application will open soon. Stay tuned in our website. You can check our website also for sure, penguin.academy. But better if you tune our social media.
What about like volunteers? Like if someone has programming skills, they're an experienced developer, do you guys like accept like volunteers to come help teach classes or anything like that? And if so, how can people get involved?
Yes, we do. We do. In case anyone, we would love always to have people that are more skillful in the tech community, that come here and want to teach their skills to everyone. They can get in touch with us through our social media, or of course our website. They just write a very short message, and we will be getting back as soon as possible. We have two beautiful locations here in Paraguay, one in Asunción, one in Ciudad del Este. They can come, and if they want to come, they can come. They can stay with us. We will help them be here and be comfortable here. We care a lot about building this tech community here in Paraguay, and if we can bring people from abroad or even here in Paraguay that they don't know about us, we are happy to work with them. We are happy to create workshops around that, or if they want to be part of a bootcamp, we are open to receive any help or any kind of like mentoring that they want to do.
What about donations? Like we have listeners that may be interested in making a donation. How can they do that? And then also, do you accept crypto donations? Can somebody send some Bitcoin or something like that?
Yes, we do. We receive actually a crypto donation like not long ago. So it's great. We do accept crypto. We do accept any kind of donations. It's just getting in touch with us. You can write me at my email. It's delia@penguin.academy. We are very happy to receive donations, or if anyone wants to sponsor another bootcamp, we are open to do so. We love to create a very tight bond with the crypto community, with the tech community. We are open here to teach and to open. And if they want to come here and know and see what we are building here in Paraguay, you are welcome to come. You are welcome to accept your donation, of course. And just write me at delia@penguin.academy, or write us in our social media. We are happy to receive help.
Is there anything that we haven't covered in the interview that I didn't ask that you think is important for the listeners to know?
So something very important is that we are committed to making quality coding education accessible. That's something that we are doing it every day. We offer a scholarship to ensure that talent students from all backgrounds have the opportunity to pursue a career of tech. Something that I didn't mention is that our bootcamps are for free. They only need to pay a commitment fee, but nothing else. They come here and it's a 2-week bootcamps where they have they have how do you say, they can stay sleep in our houses. We have food for them, so it's for free, so they can do it, because boot camps like this goes very high, and the people that actually need it won't be able to pay it. So that's the reason why we keep it for free. We already reached 2,000 students that passed through our bootcamp, and with very impressive results. Before entering the program, most of the participants, 66%, they have no idea of programming. They have no knowledge at all. And after the bootcamp, 46% of them, and they consider that they had an intermediate level of programming. And 21% show immediate increase in their income. So that's something that is quite awesome. So the bootcamps work, and we are creating change here. 32% of the participants found jobs in programming and or tech-related activities. And participants also have high value skills that learn in program, especially in teamwork, and the ability to be self-taught and use analytical thinking. So there's a lot of things happening in the bootcamp that it's good, and you can see them when they stand up in the stage and they present what they built. When 2 weeks ago they have no clue about nothing, and they ended up the 2 weeks with a working prototype. So I love what I do, and I love to see this change every month here in Paraguay.
My last question is kind of like an impromptu question, but you mentioned that one of the boot camps started today. In day one, like what would a student learn?
In day one, they learn about, I think, loops. I think about loops. Usually the first day is the ice breaking, so they introduce themselves. They tell them what are they here in the boot camp, and they start with the basic, like what is Python, what is programming, and of course they learn about, I think, loops. To be completely honest, I think I can check the curriculum, but to be completely honest, I don't remember right now.
Yeah, no, the reason I asked is I was just wondering if they're actually like writing code from the very first day.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yes,
Awesome.
they do. They do.
Awesome.
They do. It's amazing. They learn. I think they learn how to do hello world in the first day. They know how to do that, and they know how to sum up. And they do like that. It's very basic, but they start, but they already do code the first day. Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Well, Delia, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
That we are happy to be here. Like with Bitfinex, we are happy about something that is very close to my heart is the women boot camps. Because something that I would like to mention a little bit more, because they are not a lot of activities that are women focused on tech. So this is something that I would like to thank to make it happen. Because it's a very dear activity of me, because I know what it's like to be a woman in tech, and there's something that we need to support more, to create these spaces where women feel comfortable with. We do create the environment for women to glow, and to give them the space of you have a place here in the tech environment, which there are not many environments like this. So I want to say thank you to Bitfinex. Thank you so much for supporting this activity. Me as a woman, as a girl, as a woman, I'm very happy that something like this is happening.
Well, thank you very much, and I appreciate you coming on the show and allowing me to interview you and ask you all these questions about the Penguin Academy. It was great talking to you about it. Thanks.
No, please, Ricardo. Thank you so much for giving me the space. It's great to talk about all the work that we are doing here in Paraguay. There is a very awesome team behind all of it. It's not just me. Maybe I'm the face, but we have boys and girls that every day are out there, outsmarting themselves, learning every day more, so they can go to a boot camp and they can teach everything that they learn. So this keeps flowing. So I just also want to thank my team. There's a huge team behind me. They are great. Thank you, guys. And of course, again, thank you, Bitfinex. We are happy to be partnering with you.